Hello everyone, a long time no see. I am back again with another downsizing video, except this is going to be a pre-downsizing video, I think. I haven't really made any concrete plans to actually start dropping any of my collections, but this is going to be more of a archival type of video where I go and show you my collection again, just so you can see what I have and so I can see in the future what I had at one point, and hopefully I can get some of these sold. Most of this has been brought upon the idea that I would have to move out soon, or that I am making the choice to move out soon, so I would like to clear up some space because there is no way that these are coming with me. So without further ado, let's get started. So not a lot has changed in my collection for the past couple of months. I think I've just been downsizing more just because now I'm really conscious about not wanting to add more of a hassle to myself when I move in the future. But here you have all of my Polaroids that I have won from fan signs or pulled from other merch. As you can see, my collection right now is mostly color-coded, and I wish I could actually take out these albums and show you what they are individually, but hopefully you can kind of get a quick glimpse into that. That is a signed Astro album in the back, and then a signed CIX album. This I think is a signed Pentagon album. Okay, I didn't know I had that one. I was actually looking for this the other day. Thought I sold it. Turns out I still have it. Another signed Pentagon album. A signed SF9 album back there, and then further back you have my light stick. So here's a couple of just some like little merch things. A headshot and beatbox that I'm not going to get rid of because, you know, it doesn't take up any space. And then some fake nails that I bought when I was on vacation. They're super cute. I would love to actually wear them because they are the magnetics and they have, you know, little gems on them. But unfortunately, in order to stick them on, I would have to actually cut down my regular nails. And I have worked very hard to get them to a length that I like, so I think I'm a little unwilling to do that at that point. But that is that. This is my white shelf. I do think I have other white albums spread out throughout my shelf, but there's not enough space up there. Hence, those being like the mostly white albums. This is my black album shelf. I have 2 signed Golden Child albums right there, 2 signed SF9 albums, a Bear SF9 album, and then quite a few signed Hui albums as well. More signed Pentagon in the back from my fan signs, and then I think 2 signed CIXs, and then 2 regular CIXs. So CIX is actually a collection that I have worked really hard to downsize for the past couple of months. I am down to only, I think, 5 albums, and I'm happy with that. CIX has kind of fallen off for me, so I'm not really too interested in keeping up with them anymore. Just recently they announced a tour and then they canceled said tour. I wasn't planning on going in the first place, but I was looking at some resale tickets to see if any of them were within my price range. Looks like they're not going to be coming anymore, so I do not have to worry about that at all. Here are, well, I guess this is a little fun thing to go through. This is my miscellaneous like K-pop merch kind of thing. So I have like regular pins back there. I have some things that my friends have made me. These are my earbuds that I take when I go to a concert. So all very important things. There are also light stick batteries in there because light sticks take up a very specific sort of battery. So now that I'm looking at this collection, I am happy with it. I think the reason why it looks so cluttered is just because everything is displayed and spread out. I really don't know where I would start to downsize just because at this point, I think I have more photo cards. Well, I definitely have more photo cards than I do with albums. But I have an emotional attachment to all of these albums, at the very least. I have some sort of story that I can attach to them, which makes them inherently sentimental. But because they're sentimental, can't I downsize some of them and leave that space for other things? Either way, I did manage to clear enough space a couple of months back to give myself like that little extra shelf there, but I still don't think it's enough. Either way, some more albums here. Golden Child is another collection that I have fully downsized. I think I'm down to 27 photo cards left when I used to have over 100. I've essentially just been throwing those photo cards in as freebies, or I've been selling mystery bundles online and I've been including a lot of my Golden Child photo cards, but at that point, those are essentially freebies because no one's collecting them. It's kind of sad for me to say that they've really fallen off of my bias list because I used to, I spent so much money going to their concerts and buying their snapshots and even did a couple of banner projects for them. And when they essentially reformatted and some of the members left, I can't even tell you who's actually there, honestly. I don't remember who left and who stayed. I think my bias is left. I'm not sure. Either way, that is neither here nor there. It's not really going to be a part of my future anymore, so that's okay. I don't really feel too sad about that. They made me happy when we were together, and now that we're no longer fan and artist for each other, I think it's a perfect time to just say goodbye. Some more Pentagon and NCT stuff back there. These are my 2 signed SF9 albums that I will never sell. Unfortunately, Daewon signed 2 of these same versions, so that definitely means I can't get rid of the other versions. Do I have the other versions? I don't see the yellow one. I know I have the red one down there, so maybe I did sell one. Okay, a little sad, but not a big deal. Here is a little just miscellaneous sort of pile. This is a nice shell, and then ignore that dust that I just pulled up, but this entire shelf is essentially my hobby shelf. I try to keep everything personality-wise in here. This place is missing a lot of my freebies and a lot of my, concert banners, concert merch, a lot of other things that people have gifted me throughout the years, so it's just missing that. My NCT light stick that includes a macaron rabbit on the inside that a friend sewed or crocheted me, and then here is actually the last shelf of my entire album collection. So I have Jaemin's giant photo book. I haven't even opened it yet. I don't think I will. Not for any reason to resell or anything, but I'm just a little too lazy to. I know I bought another version of it. I can't tell you where it is. Oh, here it is. That's where it is. But I don't feel like opening it. I know the photos are there. I'm sure I'm going to have a great time when I actually do look through everything, but it's just not too important right now. An old Japanese fashion magazine that I found in my house somewhere, and then some zines, and then more miscellaneous group things. So my issue is right now is that I have downsized enough to the point where I am happy with everything that I have. So I don't think there's a lot of room for me to continue to downsize. It's just, I would love to actually clear up more space. I have started on a handbag collection, so if it's not one expensive hobby, it's another. So I started on that, and I would actually love to have space to put all that stuff. These 2 books that you see kind of spread haphazardly there are my freebie / notes from my K-pop friends. So let me actually... Oh, please don't fall. If I just open to a random page, this is kind of like a collection tracker. So this is something that was me listing all of my trades or sales, some notes from friends, freebies, notes from friends, notes from people I trade with, and then at the very beginning, there was stuff about my reaction when an album came out. So things like that. So I have finished this entire book. The first half of the notebook was kind of wasted because I used it for other things. I just didn't cover it up. As you can tell, towards the back is when I started adding more K-pop things. This one is going to be my new one. I just started adding to it very recently because I received mail from a friend. I have actually been on not a real hiatus, but none of my groups have been releasing anything that have made me want to open group orders for them for the past couple of months. So I haven't sent mail out probably since January. So because of that, I don't like because of that, I haven't received anything in yet, so I don't have any notes or freebies to add. So not too many things for me to add into the book. But eventually when I get my P.O. box again, I would love to get started on that, just because I think the human connection part from collecting was probably the most interesting and engaging thing to me, aside from getting a lot of my merch items in as well. So either way, this is the collection so far. Not too much has changed. I hope I can thin this down a little more. I think it's mostly just a space issue because I have things displayed. If I put everything in like a normal bookshelf, it should be okay. But either way, I am about how cluttered everything looks. And I would love to free up some more space for some other things. But until then, like, I don't really know what I'm going to do. Am I going to sell all the photo cards of the albums? Because I'm pretty sure I still have over 900 photo cards and less than 100 albums at this point. But either way, I gotta update my album counter, and then I'll leave that information in the description, because I haven't updated that in a while. Either way, lots of stuff going on. Hopefully more changes come to this collection. I don't think I'm going to add any more. I think I'm happy with my groups. If anything, I think I'm probably falling out of K-pop, but you know, it's a cycle. I'm sure I'll be back to full-time collecting before anyone can even blink. Either way, thank you for coming along with the ride with me, and let's see if anything changes. Honestly, let's hope that they do. Have a good time, everyone.